Hello, and welcome back to the City Beneath. Unfortunately, I just had a little bit of a recording mishap and did a few rooms without my microphone on. So I'll replay them, but everything's been fairly straightforward so far. So this room demonstrates, I guess, how Oremites work. Step off of the Oremites, and we're facing in the direction that we face. They step off, rather. We're facing in the direction that we face. That is how it works, yes. Alright, and we're just kind of waiting here. I guess I could try to get a higher score. This is what I did last time. But honestly, I can do that, right? The reason I want to do this is when everything blows up, I will beat the room. Oh, we're still waiting for you. Oh no, it's the turn that you step on the Conquer token. Okay. So I might have actually gotten a higher score this time around. I sure did. Could have been slightly more efficient. Okay. On to the left.
I always like showing these brains who's smartest.
Right, so it's not just Oremites. We're also dealing with brains here. Brains make monsters take the fastest path to you, as demonstrated by the tutorial square. The shortest path, rather, not the fastest. And this is a challenge scroll to kill 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, these roaches before going in here. I feel like this challenge scroll is just don't break the room. Alright, so we can see with the brain, these roaches are coming around to me. This part's going to be a little bit trickier. I think the trick here is that we can use the Force Arrow. The monsters must also obey Force Arrows. So that lets us do that. And as for here, we just have an onslaught of roaches. This is just what happened to work for me, so it's what I'm going to redo. Okay, I guess that was slightly worse this time around. But still managed to get there. Alright, so with you, I can demonstrate how, given a choice, a brained monster will choose an orthogonal move over a diagonal move. So these two tiles were equally close to B-throw, so it chooses the orthogonal. Which lets you do some interesting things like that, where you can just run circles around a brain monster for forever, and it'll be fine. And divide and conquer. Yeah, so no achievement pop-up here because... no Steam achievement pop-up because I did record that room before. 41st place. That's... thought I'd do better that time. I mean, this part was slightly worse. Apparently there's a better way to do that. Alright, Seep Room. This one's kind of neat. Use a very limited spots from which to kill Seep. So this one is currently available. Let's just go down here and deal with it. And you guys lined up nicely. Okay. Kill all the Seep that we can. There's one more. Alright, so I don't think anything we did affected how these Seep moved in any particular way. Like, a lot of these rooms are just tactical challenges anyway, so it's not like I'm having to solve a puzzle that's been spoiled. As I mentioned in my muted recording, this level, I don't anticipate having any troubles with it at all at this point, but it was really difficult the first time I played it, just because getting your head around how Oremites work, and especially the quick draw, where you can you know, be facing in one way, step here, step back here, and you've done a 180. Like, things like that where you can very quickly change your facing. It's a little bit hard to get your head around at first. Alright, so we have some easy kills here, we'll take them. Here, we can't get in here because they're blocking it. We can't go down here because they're blocking it, but by going down here we can get these stuck on that little nook, which gives us enough time, because these were stuck up here, to make this move. Whoops, I missed one again. Okay, and then we will turn around quickly. Alright, and that leaves not too many. Let's just get you across here. Now, super interesting, because most enemies will have vertical preference. So if I move north from here, if this was a roach, it would have an obstacle here and it would move north. But CPEV, I think they call it flexible beelining in the code, where in this case it will look at both of these squares, and rather than just defaulting to vertical, it'll instead choose the one that's closest. So this square is closer to B-throw than that one, so it will take that move. Okay, and then they're going to come up here, but it's fine, I can just do that again. Alright, I think that was pretty efficient, and I think I got a bad score on this room last time, so let's be impressed. 20th place, okay. Better, but still slow. People really optimize these. Challenge, don't drink the invisibility potion. So I solved this one as well. This is the only puzzle, rather than a tactical one, I would say, that I did. And it's an interesting room. It's memorable to me because this is the first time I think we had 3 different types of potions in one room. Well, it would have to be, because this is the... Well, I guess this is the first hold that had clone potions. So... yeah, it's just a matter of dealing with these Oremite restrictions to kill a bunch of monsters and then not taking advantage of that invisibility potion. Well, let's take advantage of the goblin being able to do weird goblin things. So this one, I can't get through. I can never get through. This roach, I can never step here, so I can never move the roach out unless I guess I put like a decoy or a clone out on the outside of the map, but that doesn't seem terribly useful. So I don't think we can deal with that yet. This door... this is a little bit performative at this point, showing things that can go wrong, because I do know how to solve this at this point. Yeah, this door is pretty big, so one of the things I had considered was getting a clone up here so that I could shut the door on the roach. And then step on this to release the roach when I'm over here so that this doesn't happen. That is not the solution I ended up using, though. Okay, let's kill this roach. I think the easiest way to deal with it is up here, because this is my complaint with clone potions. Now that I have access to a clone potion, this entire room is trivial. Well, let's do one more thing first. Let's get that goblin up there. Kill that roach. Okay, it kills both of them. You can't place a clone on the trapdoor. So if the goblin was here when I did that, I was gonna have a hard time hunting the goblin and also getting this roach. I mean, it would have been doable. Just a little bit awkward. All right. Now we'll get the decoy potion. Do some swaps to confuse the roach. Kill this one. Because we've done that, we have access to the invisibility potion, but because of the challenge, we will not take advantage of that. Okay. Instead, we'll just use some clone shenanigans here. And stand on a door. Now you see him. Thinking about how to use the invisibility potion might actually almost be harder. Because when you know that you have a room element, I guess the problem with a challenge scroll like this, and why sometimes people like to hide them behind green doors, is because I just completely disregarded the invisibility potion when solving this. I didn't even consider how this could possibly help me solve the room. And that dramatically simplifies the problem space that I'm working in. So there's that issue. Of course, there are people that get quite cranky if you have a challenge scroll hidden behind a green door because they want to do the challenge on the first playthrough and don't want to replay the room. Which is valid too, so it's, you know, no matter what you do, somebody's not going to be happy. That's just the nature of designing puzzles, I guess. Designing puzzles with multiple solutions where you're rewarded for one solution over the other. Another interesting thing about the invisibility potion is if I take it, both Bithro and the clone will become invisible, so it won't matter which one I am. Like, invisibility is just a state that applies to the entire room. So when I switch between clones, I'm still invisible or I'm not. It doesn't... And then if I drink a second invisibility potion, me or any of the clones, which are me, we all become visible again. And that's probably just an engine thing, I would imagine, because it's easier to keep track of that way. Alright, if we go this way, we see some golems. And some more golems. Let's do this one first, because this is where we are. This is just a tactical room. We're almost done as much as I've seen. Although I have played the Hold before, so in a sense I've seen all of this before. Okay, let's get you guys there. I'm already doing different things than I did last time, and I don't like it. Okay, let's just get you here. Okay, killed you, killed you. Not enough. Not enough time. Interesting. That's not going to work either. Okay, let's just bring you down here then. Okay, oops, I should have time to do that. One down. Yeah, can't use this. Now let's park you in here. There we go. This is sort of an interesting resource conservation puzzle. Actually, I don't think I can use this. This checkpoint's actually kind of awkward. I didn't use it at all in my previous solution. And you, I parked over here more, which is starting to look like a really good idea. Yeah. There we go. If I do that... Might be able to get around you like this. No, that's a problem. Okay, well, we can get rid of you. Okay, let's just park you here. Let's park you there. It's awkward. I was hoping to get you on the bottom there. I guess we'll have to run you up here. Alright, well. Not enough. I'll park you down there for now. Okay, that's another one down. This is way less efficient than my previous solution. Well, I found a use for this. Okay. Yeah, kind of running out of space there. This room is just kind of silly. So we have two adders. This is a new feature for DROD 5, but I'll take advantage of it, where I can see bomb explosions and where they hit. So if I'm in here fighting this adder, it must die, and I must escape via the green door, which means that we must kill this one first. And I guess I'll just do this really quickly the same way I did the other one I did last time. This was the last room. Yes, this is the last room that I solved. I started doing another one, but then I noticed the recording wasn't happening. So this one, yeah, there's one safe spot here. So this is just a counting problem. So we run around. Now, how many spaces off are we? Here's where we want to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we need to have the bomb lit 5 turns earlier. I realized afterwards that the easier way to do this is probably just take the snake's head and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when it's lined up with this bomb, that's when I want to step on the fuse. But instead what I did was I took 30 plus 2 is 32. And 32 minus 5, because 5 is how much off we want to be, is 27. So 15 plus 27 turns is going to be 15 and 12. So if we go to 12 on the clock, and yeah, the head is lined up there. So kind of multiple ways to get to the solution, even though ultimately it will be the same solution. Alright, and then that pressure plate lets us out. Alright, and now that the other adder is dead, we can do this loop. Not going to bother turning because this is a pretty good spot. And here, I have to run this way to survive. And I was wondering if it was possible to be slightly more efficient and go the other way, but that is actually a first place tie, and I'm assuming that if the other solution, if it was possible to get out faster, somebody would have done it by now. Alright, this room, initial impression was that it was easier than this room because there are fewer monsters, but actually there's only 4 golems and there's only one, there's 4 golems and there's only one spot to kill them all in, so they're quite limited there. And that's the last observation I made about that room, because I didn't get to it, because we have this room, which I definitely remember. This room was very, very difficult the first time I played this hold, because I was still having trouble getting used to the 180 sword flipping thing, which I will be demonstrating very soon here. So this is about killing goblins on Oremites. Goblins, similar to Seep, they will choose the closer of the 2 paths when they're on a corner like this. They also have weird walking around obstacle rules. Alright, so here I'm facing to the east, now I'm facing to the west. And Oremites are very good for killing goblins, as long as you have that one gap in between you, because they see that you're disarmed, so they go in for the kill. Or even if they see you armed but facing the wrong way, they'll, go for your back. And then you can change your facing very quickly. Alright. Let's get this goblin out first, because there is a loose goblin here. Now, that'll open up these, which is fine. 2 goblins, that's fine, just do the same trick twice. So. Okay, and that's basically as far as I got when I realized that I wasn't recording. So these 2, if I hit this orb, I can release both of those. If I hit this orb, I release both of these, and I need to drop all 3 trapdoors to release you. However, if I drop all 3 trapdoors, or if I hit this orb, I can then never go left of this column. Or I can never go into this column. I can never go left of this column. Because you will be stuck on a force arrow forever, and that's not good. So didn't quite resolve this tangle. I think I decided I wanted to try these first, and if I try to do this, Goblin gets too close to me. That's not going to work, because I need 1 space in order to do the quick kill. So I can do this in order to stagger their approach time, and that way they both come around. Okay, so I now have 2 goblins chasing me. Which is what I wanted. And that particular trick where you wait on the trapdoor so that this one is scared of your sword while this one is coming closer in order to get them both to come around, I feel like that might be the trick that took me a really long time to solve this. How long ago was it that I played this? I haven't been playing DROD for 10 years, have I? No. 6 years? 7? It was shortly after the release of the second Sky. I've been playing this game for a long time. And this was the 4th hold that I played, so it was pretty early. It was Gunthrow, King Dugan's Dungeon, Journey to Rooted Hold, and then this. So 4, 1, 2, 3 in official hold order. And I'm really glad that Gunthrow exists, because I started with King Dugan's Dungeon and I absolutely hated it. And then people were talking about how this was such an amazing puzzle game, and I loved puzzle games. I was like, okay, I'll give it another try. DROD 4 is supposed to be a good entry point, supposedly. So I tried it, absolutely loved DROD 4, and then I was able to go back and replay DROD 1. I think the issue I had with the first DROD was just that a lot of the puzzles were not puzzles. Like the first 3 floors, I think I did, the first 3 levels, before giving up on it, and it was just a bunch of not all that challenging combat rooms. There wasn't a whole lot of puzzle to it. So the game wasn't all that interesting at that stage for me. Of course, now as a veteran DROD player, I can appreciate a horde room as a style of puzzle room, but It's not to a more traditional puzzle player, I would say. Which DROD does do traditional puzzles very well. A horde room does not look like a traditional puzzle. It is not a traditional puzzle. It is something else. Alright, so have I screwed up by doing this early? Because I did notice that these 3 trapdoors, if I drop this trapdoor last, I'm in trouble. Well, can't I just drop it now? I'm assuming I'm in trouble because I don't think I'll be able to get away from both of them. Okay. So now, this ensures that I cannot use this killing spot. So I need to kill both of these goblins somehow else. And I think I can take advantage of these force arrows like that. It tried to come from my back, and then I got it. I'm not entirely sure about you, though. Oh, well, I can just do that. And that gets you out of the trap, and then I go back to my old ways. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is a pretty tricky room. It's demanding a lot more understanding of not just the Oremites, but also of goblins than I think anything we've played previous to this in any of the first 3 holds. Because the goblin rooms in the first 2 holds were largely combat. There wasn't a whole lot of puzzle. And even this could be argued to be a combat room. It's just got... It's a tactical room. Alright. So, old me, playing this hold for the first time, would probably pick this as the hardest room on the level, from what I remember. So that's a pretty good start. Alright, so now we have this room. As mentioned previously, we have 4 golems and we have 1 spot which to kill 4 golems. Can I get you in time? No, not if I do that. Okay, then let's start over here. Get you stuck like that. That spot doesn't strike me as the most useful. Is there a way that I can get you here? I guess I can wait like that. That might be faster. Okay. It's not going to be this easy, is it? Alright, 1 more to go. Oh. Okay. It is that easy. Weird. I was expecting to struggle on that a little bit more, and it just kind of fell into place. I guess it was those early waits, setting those first 2 golems up exactly the way I wanted, ended up making everything a lot easier, because I'm only dealing with 1 goblin at a time. The nice thing about the Oremites is I don't have to worry about stabbing that bomb as I go by. Ah, this room. I remember this one. Oh, there's a brain.
I don't mind beating brains at their own game.
Could just kill it. I'm pretty sure there's a reason I don't want to. I suspect some of these seep will be unkillable if I kill the brain. However, we're going to have a water skipper nest harassing us this entire time.
At their own game.
Yeah, so like for example here, the seep came around because of the brain. Okay. We do need to periodically kill water skippers. You're all connected to here. Okay, so I see how I have to deal with you. I think I can just deal with you. So seep are interesting when they're brain seep specifically. When I'm here, they see there's multiple non-wall tiles to get through to get to me here, but there's only one non-wall to get from this direction. So the brain tells them that this wall is the closest. This is what I want to do, is kind of just wait for them all to get bunched up like that. And then I run around. I do get here in time, okay. And that corner ensures that I can clear this out. This... Actually, it might be the nest. Because that's pretty far from anywhere else. I might need this brain alive in order to kill the nest. Okay, I can't really explain how that worked. I just know that brain shenanigans happened, and movement order, and that separated them out for me. I don't think that's going to work here. There's too many of them. Yeah. And I can't get around that way. I can get around this way, though. Kind of. I'm gonna have an issue dealing with those water skippers. I don't suppose I can get this. No. Annoying. Okay, well, we can clear this, rip high score. That's never gonna work, is it? Yeah, there are fewer of them here. This would work. But there are too many. Okay, well, you guys are all up there. So we can get rid of you. Let's just get that done. Send you guys back around. Okay. Up here, it's not quite gonna work. No. Okay. And I can finish that up there. So it's just this. Now, not entirely sure. The seep, I think I want... I'm not sure what I want. That's annoying. There we go. Didn't quite work. This is as few as I can have here. Okay, there we go. That's about as few as I can get. There we go. Got it. And we'll lure those seep around. Let's lure them more around. Bunch up nicely. Okay, yeah. So that last seep and possibly the nest, I feel like the brain made it a lot easier. And alright, this is just going to be interesting, is what it's going to be. Okay, well, let's do that. That solves our first problem pretty well, I'd say. It's just a matter of finding a way to deal with everything. I don't suppose I can be greedy and get multiples of you out. Can I get all of you out? Can, okay. You two will be pretty easy. You are possible. You two will not be possible unless I go to another door, I'm pretty sure. Alright, well, that was relatively straightforward. Don't see any secret paths there. And the level is complete. Alright. We'll take these blue stairs next time. I will see you then.